What you thinking, bud? We're here.
I like my room.
Yeah.
I'm
Emmy Pie is over in her room. Using an old-fashioned vacuum over there. What do you guys think? Are you happy? That's a vacuum. That's a manual vacuum. Emmy Pie, come here.
I feel like.
What do we think?
I like it.
Yeah.
Is this the mini split?
That's the mini split. So we closed today, and she's over there vacuuming. And we sold the other house and closed on this one at the same time. And it's finally done. The animals are here. The fence is up. And oh my gosh, what an ordeal this is when you have animals to move. So they're actually going to go back tonight. The only animal we don't have is Claire. And that is because Miss Claire Bear does not like the trailer at all. She hates getting into trailers. I don't know if that has to do with before we got her, because she was a rescue from an auction, like a kill pen type of thing. But so we couldn't get her in without the other animals trying to get out. So all the other ones are here, and Matt and Sam are about to go back to the old house and get get Claire. We already spoke with the new owners of that house, and it's so weird to say because we were only there like 8 months. People are definitely intrigued by us. Lots of people passing by right now. We're actually on a corner lot, and we don't actually have any direct neighbors. But there are people way down the street that way, and way down the street that way, and we've had somebody stop by, but people are waving, being nice. Had a couple people drive back and forth. So everybody's unloading the truck, and as they bring it in, I'm putting things away, and it's going pretty well. I hate moving. It's such a pain. So I've started making my list of things that I need to get done in here. It's a lot less work here than it was at the other house. Here it's pretty much everything's cosmetic. I need to put one door in, and that's Aiden's door right here. And I think that's actually a standard size door, so I could probably just buy a door and put it in there. Hoping. But I don't have to build anything. Alright, so I'm trying to get everything put away as much as I can. Limited right now on kind of space. So these cabinets up here, originally I was going to rip them out, and I probably still am. But for now, I need the storage for food. So I'm going to leave them there for now. I will switch out these doors right here and the hardware, as well as the hardware on all the cabinets here and here. This fridge will end up going in the garage, and then we have our big fridge, which I'm so happy we get to get back. Our big fridge that we had in Mass. It was in the garage at the old house because it wouldn't fit in the kitchen in the old house. So I'm really happy that we actually get that back. And that's going right there. Yay! A normal size fridge again.
Yep, go ahead. We gotta pivot real far. Back a little bit. Back towards you a little bit.
Too bad we don't have a hand truck that's like longer, right? Hey guys. I know it's been a minute. We're in the new house, and the move is finally over. And I did get asked if we were gonna record the move, and honestly, I was not up for it at all. I hate moving, especially right now. This is like 8 months after we moved to Maine in the first place. We're moving again. And you guys know from the past videos that has to do with the subdivision and all that stuff. So, oh my gosh, we're here. We're finally in, and you can see I have started to decorate. And this is my bedroom, actually. So if you guys are wanting to see, That's an old antique fireplace mantle that I'm using as my headboard. But yeah, I am going to show you guys around the house. It is getting put together. I will bring you in the kitchen. It's a gloomy day today, so it's like not a lot of light coming in. But here, I can stand by a window. You guys can see this is this is the side yard. So that is, yeah, pretty, right? It goes all the way around. You can kind of see around the house. We're surrounded by woods, which is beautiful. But we will be, tomorrow, all of us are going to be going outside to get the fencing up. The animals are in the temporary fencing on the side over here next to the garage. But we are going to be putting them, well, from here to the back more with some permanent fencing. So we'll just be going around and putting that in permanently. We still have stuff at the old house, and that is because it's frozen to the ground. And so we have a contract to go back and get it when it thaws, so sometime in April. Hopefully soon. I'm hoping that the snow stops and we can get this done, because I would like to get all of our things out of there, and I'm sure the new owner would like all of our things out of there. So yeah, so I mean, I will take you guys around and show you some of the things I've done. We've been here for a week and 3 days. So we're coming in the living room. This is Aiden's room, which actually I will show you. Aiden, can I show them your room? The camera. So he and Emily got their own rooms now, and they did a great job decorating them. They both really like that white aesthetic, that like simple white. So he left the doors for contrast, he said, but he painted all his walls white. He's got his TV mounted, all of his stuff for schooling. His shelf, that was black, he painted it white. We gotta get him a better curtain. But his bed. So yeah, he did a really good job. And Emmy's room actually looks very similar because she did it white as well. So that's his room. We have to install a door. There's not a ton of work I have to do in this house, which I'm really happy about because of tearing up my arm. But we do have to get him a door, and I think that's a standard size. I have to measure it, but yeah. So now we're in the living room. This house is smaller, it says, than the other house. I don't think it is. I feel like they didn't include like 2 of the rooms. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem smaller. It seems bigger. So anyway, this right here, this area. So this is the wood. Actually, this is what Aiden's room used to look like, and Emily's. This was all the same exact wood. It's like a shiplap. It's really good, nice wood. But this area right here I decorated right now, but this is where a wood stove or a pellet stove, one of those are gonna go. That over there, this is the hallway, so the bathroom is, where am I? This way. That way. And then, let's see. I'm using my phone, by the way, guys, because my camera is in getting fixed. It's under warranty, and there's like this big purple spot on the screen, and it's all pixelated, so they have to fix that. So excuse the bounciness. I don't have a tripod for this, which I should get one, actually. So anyway, yeah. We have some decorating going on, and I can turn on the light. I don't know if that's going to help, but see. High ceilings. I am going to redo those fans. I'm just going to paint them. Nice windows, my tree, of course. And then over here, well, we've got this too. Just kind of giving you guys a little bit. I'll give you like a formal tour when it's all done, because there's stuff that I've been doing that's like, for instance, see these cabinets? White, old looking, just, you know, 1960s cabinets. And these were also white, and I painted them, and they had these like striped, I can put in a before picture, but they had these like striped fabric in here. These will get changed out eventually, the whole thing, but for now, painted them black, added new hardware. This is the same hardware, I just painted it. And then also the base of the sink, same thing. So went in, painted it, added new hardware. gotta have my tea area, right? Yes, absolutely. So Emmy's room is through here. She's still asleep because it's early, so I will, I'll show you that after. Otherwise, yeah, this is all combined, kitchen, living room. I will be redoing the carpet in here. I don't know if I'm gonna put that back to carpet or probably maybe do the entire thing one flooring. I don't know. This floor definitely needs to go. Very old. And then I will show you guys this bathroom that I am absolutely dreading having to do. I don't want to do it. It's going to kill my arm. And it's just so much work. It needs to basically be gutted. I'm trying to think of ways that I can redo it without so much work. I've even thought about hiring somebody, but it just is going to cost ridiculous amount of money to do it. My thought process is always, why hire it out when I can do it myself? Way cheaper. So that's going to be a very soon project. Because they had a leak in the ceiling before and they fixed it, but it must have gone for too long because the flooring, the subfloor, is around the toilet. It's like, it's dry now, but it was rotting out, so the toilet's like sinking. So I have to fix that. We bought a new toilet already. We've got, you know, some of the new fixtures already. I've got the paint for the bathroom. One thing in the bathroom that reminds me of a mobile home bathroom or room is it's got all these joints in it, and I've seen that in mobile homes where they've got these like pieces of, I don't know what it's called, it's a molding. It's a very thin like plastic molding. It goes in all these joints and they're all over the place. Plus it's had multiple layers of wallpaper. So I'm thinking actually I might take those joints out and use some textured wallpaper that they sell at Lowe's. And this stuff is paintable. It's white, comes white. It's made to be painted. It's nice. They've got a few different designs, and the thing is it's thick. So I'm wondering, I've used it before years ago. Works really well. So I'm wondering, in order to cover all of that, because honestly, the only other way I'm going to get rid of that is if I rip down the walls and replace the walls. And I don't want to do that. I need to resurface the tub and the tub surround, replace the toilet. The sink and cabinet are in great condition. They're just very small. So I'm wondering if because I do have room, I could make a little bit wider one. I might put something else in there. I don't know. It's just a weird configuration, and I'll show it to you so you can see what I mean. I'm sure some of you are wondering, how are the neighbors here? Well, we don't have neighbors. We don't have, I don't know, you can't see very well, but we don't have direct neighbors. We have people up the street, up the side street. But there's nobody that's like direct. We don't look out a window and see a house. What's across the street over here that's a storage unit. That's it. The neighbors have been nice. We've had one issue with one person who's not a neighbor. I don't even know where this guy lives. And 2 days, I think, after we moved in, there was a father-daughter dance that Matt was taking Emily to, and we were outside taking pictures before they left. And hey, buddy. Hello. And all of a sudden, somebody drives by real slow in their truck and starts yelling out the window. And at first, Matt thought he was asking if we needed hay, because we are looking for a new hay supplier here where we are, because we're about an hour away from where we used to live. And I knew he wasn't asking that. I could tell by his tone and the fact that he was swearing every other word. So he pulls over and proceeds to scream at us about our animals. And when I say scream, I mean scream. He was yelling, he was swearing a lot. So I turned on my camera. Emily was like, should you be recording this? And I was like, that's a good idea. So I turned on my camera and I walk outside, and because I had come in and brought Emily in because he didn't care that there was a child out there. So I put in the camera, go back outside, and I ask, what is this guy's problem? And Matt's like, I don't even know. Matt was staying calm. He was standing there because this guy came on our property. And this guy got out of his truck and basically charged up to Matt and it's like threatened him or something. Like, are you trying to be a big man or something like that? Anyway, this guy sees that I'm recording. I flipped out. Now I'm the one saying a swear every other word. I have the video. I won't put it on here because it would probably get flagged. But yeah, I flipped out on this guy, and I am so sick of neighbors butting into just stuff that they have nothing to do with. And he's not even a neighbor. He's just somebody who's got an issue, apparently, that we have animals. I don't know. We're in Maine, people. So he gets scared. You can see it on his face. And he runs back to his truck, basically, still screaming. And meanwhile, I am still yelling at him. I mean, I don't think I've ever flipped out on somebody like this before. But I was, like, screaming at him. And so I was like, I'm getting his plate. So he starts to drive away, and I zoom in on his plate, and we called the police. The police. This is like 2 days after we moved in, you guys. 2 days. So the police go to his house. They tell him to stay away from us because what he did was illegal. We filed the report. They tell us, the police tell us, okay, if he comes back again, you go to court. One more time, he goes to jail. So apparently they don't mess around with this stuff. So he went to like a farmer neighbor's house down the road the other way. And he tells this guy his side of the story. The day after that, this guy shows up in the morning, and he's really nice, and he actually plows the driveways and things around here when it snows a lot. So we're out there talking to him. So we tell him we have a video, and that you know what this guy is saying is a lie. And so what he was trying to tell people was that we had no hay and we had no water for our animals, and that they weren't they were caged up, basically. I don't know, we heard a few different stories. But anyway, none of that is true. They have a giant trough of water. They have hay in there, whatever. You guys know that's not true. You've been with us for a long time. You know we take care of our animals. But that didn't stop him. So the next day, the other guy comes over. We start talking. Everything's cool. He leaves. And all of a sudden, another guy shows up. And it is animal control. And I'm just honestly fed up at this point. And so the truck says the fire department on it. It says retired fire chief or something like that on it. So I'm like, who is this? So I didn't realize who it was at first. So I go out there and I was like, what now? Literally, I said that. And this guy, Matt is like, no, it's okay. He's from animal control and whatever. And this guy is like really nice. And he's like, your animals are great. They're healthy. They're fine. They're in a great enclosure. There's nothing wrong here. So because of this guy went around and told this whole story to everybody in this neighborhood, it seems like, I kid you not, we had about 10 to 12 visitors within those 2 days. Everybody around stopped by and everybody was nice. I went out there. I met some people. I was like, okay, nice people. This is good. People brought truckloads of their kids and grandkids to see the animals, and it was like crazy for a couple of days. Meanwhile, we're still trying to move in. So we didn't have a problem with people coming by. It was nice to meet people, you know, the neighbors way down the road type deal. So it ended up being fine. And the funny thing is this guy ended up basically shooting himself in the foot because he told all kinds of lies, and all of these people came here themselves to see, and they were all like, there's nothing wrong with your animals, they're perfectly fine. So he just proved himself a liar. So we'll see what happens. We did call the police with the fact that the animal control, because this guy's supposed to not be harassing us anymore. We don't even know who he is. I know his first name. I have no idea who he is. I don't know where he lives, why he's got an issue, but we had multiple people tell us so that, you know, he's an older guy, he's got nothing better to do, and is cranky and likes to pick on people. Also, we think that this may not have had anything to do with our animals, and it may be the fact that we are from Massachusetts, and he knows that. Because as he was leaving that day, he yelled out, "Go back to Massachusetts." And I was just like, yeah, I'm not surprised. Because being in Maine, we have been discriminated against multiple times because we're from Massachusetts. I don't know why that's a thing. You will never go to Mass and find somebody there discriminating against somebody else because they're from somewhere else. I've never heard that before. But it happens quite often here. Apparently it's a thing. Either way, people need to get over it. And otherwise, we really like our house. We like where we are. And we've got big plans. Everybody's really happy, and they're very friendly, and they say hi to us, and we see them everywhere, and it's really cool. They stop by when they drive by, they stop and say hi. So yeah, that's how neighbors should be. So that's my story for today. All right, I'm gonna show you this bathroom real quick, and then, yeah, look at this. See, I don't know if you can see it, but the toilet's like crooked. And it's very old. It uses a lot of water, so we bought a new one. But yeah, it's this bathroom has not been touched. This is a 1960s house. That's where the leak was. They fixed it, but that has to get redone. This is, see, the sink and the base is in good condition, but it's not the prettiest bathroom. Hello.
Hello.
And this is weird.
What?
Showing him the bathroom.